What's going on, you guys? Today we're going to be learning the song Blue Ain't Your Color by Keith Urban. If this guitar tutorial helps you out, I ask that in return you please do subscribe. That would help me out tremendously and I'd really appreciate it. But with that out of the way, let's get into it. You are watching Logan's Lessons. Let's first get the strumming pattern because that stays consistent throughout the entire song. It's in 6/8, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's the meter, with the emphasis on the 1 and the 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And so the strumming pattern will be a down, down, up, down, up, 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 down. So if I did that slowly, down, down, up, down, up, down, down, up, down, up, down, down, up, down, up, down. A little faster now. Down, down, up, down, up, down, down, up, down, up, down, down, up, down, up, down. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Great, so now let's apply some chords to that. We start with a G major chord. To play a G major chord, we will place our middle finger on the 3rd fret of our low E string. Our first finger on the 2nd fret of our A string. So, our 3rd finger on the 3rd fret of our B string. And finally, our pinky finger on the 3rd fret of our high E string. That is a G major chord. Moving on from there, we go to an A minor chord. To play an A minor chord, we will put our middle finger on the 2nd fret of our D string, our 3rd finger on the 2nd fret of our G, our 1st finger on the 1st fret of our B string. That is an A minor chord. So with the strumming pattern, so far we have to A minor, the 3rd chord we have is a C major chord. To go from an A minor chord to a C major chord is actually really simple. You just take your 3rd finger off of that 2nd fret of your G string and instead place it on the 3rd fret of your A. So your 3rd finger should be on the 3rd fret of your A string, your middle on the 2nd fret of your D, and your 1st finger on the 1st fret of your B string. That's what a C major chord should sound like. Now, that C major chord splits a bar with D major. To play a D major chord, you will place your 1st finger on the 2nd fret of your G string, your 3rd finger on the 3rd fret of your B string, and your middle finger on the 2nd fret of your high E string. So the whole chord progression goes G major, A minor, C, D, and then we have one last chord on the end of the chord progression, which is a G. So G, A minor, C, D, G. So the whole thing will sound like this. That's pretty much all of the verses and the chorus, but there's one delineation at the end of said chorus, where instead of going back to a G major chord to tie this thing up, we instead go to a C major, a B minor. So to play a B minor chord, you will put your 1st finger on the 2nd fret of your A string, your 3rd finger on the 4th fret of your D string, your pinky finger on the 4th fret of your G, and your middle finger on the 3rd fret of your B string. So you go from that C major to B minor to A minor, and then you roll back into the G before starting the next verse. So if I play that for you. So since the first half of the chorus is just like the verse, I'll just play the second half of the chorus for you. The only other section of this song that we have to discuss is the bridge/solo section. And it's quite simple. So you start on that E minor chord. You go from that E minor to an A minor, back to an E minor, and then to a C major. So do that with me. That is how you play Blue Ain't Your Color. If you have a song request, holler. If you wish to be notified of future videos, hit the bell. I sincerely hope that you are well. Please do me a favor and hit that like button, Blue. I'd really appreciate it if you subscribe too. I hope this video has been a major blessing. You've been watching Logan's Lessons.